We represent G-E-R-R-A. What else? What else? A-F-R-I-C. Come on, come on, come on. A-F-R-I-C. Just let's go. So let's dance now. It is my turn. Just won't work you out. I am ready for your action. Just won't work you out. You should cut off all distraction. It's all on you now. And just give me some reaction. Just won't work you out. I like the way.
And good afternoon and welcome to Rubbin Minds. My name is Isabella Akinsheye and I will be filling in for Ebuka Obiuchendu, who is unavoidably absent, and we're going to go straight into it by looking at the top news items that made it to the week. And I have with me in the studio to discuss our news items Ahmed Agbabiaka, who is a social commentator. Welcome to Rubbin Minds.
Thank you for having me, Sabina.
Okay, so as is the custom, which news item, before I start on the news items I have here, was the main one that stood out for you in the past week?
Well, there are a couple of them.
I just said one, the main one that stood out.
Okay, as an African, I guess, or as a Nigerian, I guess it was the unfortunate incident of the bombing mistake, you know.
The accidental bombing of an IDP camp.
Yes, yes.
Yes, that was very sad news.
Yes,
and why did
very
that stand out for you?
Well, it has to do with compatriots, you know, our fellow Nigerians, you know, that are actually suffering. They are suffering from the unfortunate incident of the Boko Haram and, you know, failure of past leadership of this country. And, you know, in the midst of that, that very unfortunate scenario that they found themselves, from their homes to an IDP camp within their country. You know, they are internally displaced within this country, even though the whole of the country is not at war. And
so
in the midst of that, an accidental bombing and killing of children, women, and...
So the same thing they're trying to avoid,
yes,
and which is why they're displaced and in a camp, is the same thing that they've met
actually happened
to them. Who would you say is to blame for this?
Well, as it implies, and from what we've read and seen so far, things like this are usual occurrence, unfortunate usual occurrence in
When you
war.
say usual occurrence,
Yes.
how usual
From history.
and how regular?
No, it's not that regular.
So if you're
know,
saying it's
and
usual,
be careful with the
are you
usual.
saying that we should expect things like this to happen just because this is a war-like situation?
I don't think anybody is happy about this incident. You know, even the most professional military in this world, we heard about the bombing of a hospital in Baghdad, you know, by the US-led coalition. We heard about friendly killings, you know, of allies.
So what you're
you know?
saying is that this is not peculiar to Nigeria.
It's not peculiar to Nigeria.
And it's not peculiar in this situation.
No.
But are you avoiding the question by not actually laying blame at someone, or you're just going to say this is what usually happens?
All the stakeholders involved are to blame. But you see, to what extent should we take the blame? If it's a scenario that one way or another, from what we've learned so far from history, is unavoidable, you know. Somehow, from what the military has explained so far, they said it was an intelligence directive or intelligence information that they had about the gathering of Boko Haram somewhere or another. I don't think with the level of success that the military has attained so far as regards the prosecution of the Boko Haram war, that they will go this far or go this mistake and tarnish whatever success they've recorded.
So what you're saying is that this is unavoidable, but what lessons can we pick so that this doesn't continue to happen?
Yes, you see, the coordination of the various bodies or units that are involved in this, in the prosecution of the Boko Haram war, especially now that it has gotten to the stage of guerrilla warfare, and the fact that the Boko Haram sects seldom have this organized attack.
Yes.
You know, so right now, they've devised other means or strategies by mingling with people, you know. So
the vigilante, the intelligence from
yes,
people.
We heard about the Maiduguri bombing in the university,
and that was what I wanted to go, because it's from one bomb to the next bomb,
yes.
and we're still talking about suicide bombers, and
yes.
now attacking educational institutions. And what is quite brave was that they said that they were not going to shut down the university despite
yes.
this attack.
Yes, it was a good statement, you know, from the university community and also the government of this country, you know, that, well, regardless of whatever thing you think you can do, that's the Boko Haram sect, regardless of whatever they feel they can do, the people are not intimidated. They know that they've been defeated one way or another, but they're trying to, you know, instill fear in the minds of Nigerians. So wherever they are operating, especially in the university community, trying to, you know, that's what Boko Haram actually meant in the first place. Western education is, you know, that is forbidden. So they're trying to go into the institutions now to go specific and discourage people from schooling. So it's a good one that the university community, the students and everybody actually just suspended the exam and to be continued. So I think it's a good one from our government. Yes.
Still on the issue of violence, the issue of Boko Haram, would you say that with the visit of the Bring Back Our Girls group going to Sambisa, that this is the actual end of Boko Haram?
It's not the actual end of Boko Haram, and I think the Bring Back Our Girls campaigners need some kudos. You know, we need to commend them seriously. They've kept this the Chibok girls issue, you know,
at the forefront, yes,
of
people's minds.
Yes, and they conscientize us day in, day out, in threes, in twos, you know, in group. And sometimes they take drastic steps, you know, wanting to match the government when everything they are doing seems normal, seems regular, and everybody's just taking them for granted. They go a step further, you know, marching towards the presidential villa to remind the president whether they had the opportunity of meeting him or not, you know, but they kept doing it. So this time around, it's only wise for a government that has proclaimed that they've defeated Boko Haram to an extent, to allow these campaigners to go see for themselves. And I think it's a good one from the Bring Back Our Girls and from the Nigerian military.
But it still does not signal the end
it
of
can't
Boko
be the
Haram.
end. It can't be the end.
So if it's not the end,
yes.
and the NYC camp is supposed to resume on the 24th, what safety concerns should we have as Nigerians, as, you know, prospective corps members or even parents of corps members that will be going to these camps? Are they safe, or would it be preferable that they actually avoid states that the insurgents is still ongoing?
Well, I think in the presently these states with prevalence of Boko Haram activities, I think there is a kind of caveat on the posting of corps members to those states so far.